Mm-mm-mm. See if I can even find the link to my own video. All right, let's see if we can get everybody back in here. Let's get this here. Oh man, look at all the ships coming. I don't even know if we really want to bother. I don't know why I just wasted all that. Just totally wasted. Ooh, hey Michael, hey Hugo. So man, sorry, just trying to catch up with all this. I haven't even edited the description at all. Just a big old war with USFA and FEDS and so much going on right now. Just absolutely so much going on. Chancellor, I just haven't gotten around to making it. That's no excuses. I just haven't gotten around. And he just bubbled. Oh man, hopefully we keep some PvP going here. I'd like to stream for a little bit, but man, it has been crazy. Just now got back to my computer, and it has been going nutso. IA and red shirts basically against USFA, Soul, Feds, and Fog. I think is on our side too. I don't know. It's all confusing. It's completely crazy. I don't even know what the description of this video it is. Reload this and see. Pretty sure the description of this video is still wrong. Let's see, we got two of our ships in here. So let's see if we can come in and assist with some of this attacking of all these feds. Can't really mess with Xander at all. We can take on the Blue Blood. We can do that. There's feds. We can't really mess with feds. Well, we could, but the battle triangle doesn't really help us. I have not gotten to test that purely on the Bordish yet. So that is on the list of things to do. But I've not gotten to just run a pure test with the Bordish weapons to confirm that they're all kinetic. I think they're all kinetic. Real to Rumble? Well, it's not Real to Rumble. So let me change it real quick. I hate to move right now with all this craziness going down. Alright, I think this is all allies here, so let me see if I can change it. Well, crap. And that's what happens when you, for 10 seconds, take your dang fingers away from the keyboard. You die. Son of a turkey leg. So now it's no longer Real to Rumble, but it's basically Deuce just got 10 hours of repairs and a crap ton of expenses. Oh boy. There's a USFA. And of course a USFA comes in that I could have killed. I really want to be in PvP Central right now. You know what? I'm so desperate to be in PvP Central. I'm going to relocate my base to PvP Central. Let's repair that. There we go. Now we can get some PvPing in. Alright, recall that bad boy. Let the shields come back up. We'll keep eating down some soul targets. Welcome everybody to the stream. This very impromptu, out of nowhere stream where just a crap ton of PvP going on. So we're going to enjoy the mess out of it. I need to change this back to the Saladin. Let's assign better officers. Get you out of there. And let's get our claw set up in real quick. Vixus. And who do we want to put in? Let's just go ahead and put in him just to have the synergy bonus for the heck of it for speed. And let's see if we can find that NS. Where's that North Star? All right, that North Star is going down. There's Xander. Let's go ahead and do a quick repair on this Bortus so we can have it for base defense. For those who don't know, the Bortus has a very nice bonus for helping defend bases. So very handy there. 1 hour. So Bear, who is sitting right there, he can take on Xander for us. Let's see if Xander is going to try to go home or can Bear catch him. You see Bear's got that 815 Saladin with Carol Marcus leading the way. And we'll scan. Let's look at the whole officer setup here. So we've got, just so you expect, Carol, Harrison, and then Cadet Kirk as he's taking on Xander and winning, which is to be expected. Oh, man, I missed the Legionary for USFA. But, oh, let's give this one to the Saladin. Put that back. Saladin, you come get this. Eat it. Oh, don't do it, ODB. Let me have him. Let me have him. I need to level up this Sally. Thank you. We will take the free kill. I need the PvP. I'm starting to fall down the ranks. There we go. And get back home. Watch Xander try to pop me. Yep. Oh, he missed. Oh, how lucky was that? He missed. Very nice. Wasted a reload token just to get here and get some kills in. There's Rule Conda. Lag, you don't need to get out the way. I cannot take out, I think, any of Conda's stuff. Yeah, I can't. It would take 2 ships to take out Conda. I'd need both my battleships to take out Conda. And there's Xander again. Hugo says he's still in the data mine and augment space. Man, I have not even had time to do that. It has been nothing but war on our server. I mean, non-stop. There are basically every alliance in like top 15. Definitely the top 10 are at war. So it has just been a constant back and forth right now. I have not had time to do any of the events. And that kind of sucks because I would like to work on my con tokens and stuff. You see, haven't done any of the solo. Our alliance happens to be pretty ranked pretty high because of Expo, but yeah, it's focused on the war right now. Is there any more I could take out? There's Skull Crusher. I could hit Skull Crusher, but he's on the other side of the map. And Fog is on our side, so I gotta leave him alone. See, having to watch these tags of who's with who now is so confusing. Is not the right word, but tedious, I guess, is the right word. It's kind of annoying for me to sit there and having to, who am I hitting and who am I not trying to hit? You have to excuse me just flying around the map here as I look around for targets that I can hit while staying away from Xander. There's Behringer. Behringer can take that dude out. Thank you, Bear. Come on, everybody, come back. Rejoin the PvP. We need more kills. So this quickly went from fun PvP to not as much PvP. So we might have to figure something out. We might have to just do some raiding and cause some hell. So I can keep everybody entertained. Because I hate to start a video and not run. So we're going to go for a little bit. And we might do some tag hunting on mines and stuff. Just the very fun part of war that everybody looks forward to. Man, Xander, you just wasting a crap ton of materials. Rogue is an enemy, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to kill first, ask questions later. Like any good pirate. Oh, he's running away. Now Xander's chasing me, so I got to get out of the way of Xander. Ooh. Thank you, Lag, for the assist. Xander should pop out another ship and hit me. Yep, there it is. I appreciate Lag trying to help with the assist there, but yeah, didn't work out. And looks like all the PvP has ended. There's a soul ship. Let's see. No, that's too strong for me to fool with. That's actually our buddy Flat, who is in the Discord. Hugo says, I'm not allowed to upgrade your Botany Bay because you need that the rare plutonium, which you cannot get until level 30. I have no idea why that's level locked. That is the dumbest thing to me. It makes no sense to level lock an item like rare plutonium for a miner. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to hop in the Discord, on my Discord, the voice Discord. That way, if people want to jump in and join, y'all can. But no pressure. Anybody's more welcome to join, though. Come chat it up as we fight it out. Congrats, no one, on getting you some rare plutonium, but I'm pretty sure you're level 30. So you should be getting plenty of rare plutonium. Oh, Behringer brought out the Enterprise, and it's up to 1 mil now. So it's just going to go eat that Saladin that's sitting right there. I wonder if he's going to hit on Xander's base. I would love to be able to hit on Xander's base, but he's still a bit too big for me.
Sups?
Hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
Good. How about you? How's it going?
All right. I was hoping this raid would last a little bit longer, but now I'm just going to focus on getting some PvP.
I saw your thing pop up. I said, man, might as well watch him do nothing anyways.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I just got 30 the other day. I rushed it.
Rushed.
I was already building it, I meant. So.
Okay. I was going to say, my opinion on rushing.
Yeah. Well, I'm 2.3 million almost. So.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much at the right position for it. But yeah, I rushed for 30 just because of the rare plutonium, so I can get into the mining quicker, get it done quicker.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, if I want to go deep in my mining, I have to use my horizon, and you can do it, but the rate is just so much less.
Yeah, way less compared to the Botany Bay at my level. I think I'm pulling in what is it? The 2 last spaces before the end, 99k an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Which is quick. It only takes me like an hour and a half to finish it versus anything lower is gonna take me like 2.5, 3 hours.
Yeah, right now, I've been having some really good raids today, so I've gotten a few million. So now I can actually focus on the war. It seems I spend half my day mining and raiding for tritanium so that I can go PvP for 30 minutes.
Yeah, you got to find some good bases. I don't raid that often unless I find something over 20 or 30 million so I touch it.
Yeah, it just depends. I mean, there's been some really big raids. There was a raid yesterday that I didn't really get to participate in. That was a 700 million resource raid.
Jesus.
Yeah, about 600 million of that was steel, but I mean, still, that's plenty to go around for a lot of people.
When you level up, it's like a godsend to get steel.
Yeah, I mean, just going from 27 to 28 was over 100 million steel for me. So that's to max out everything.
Yeah, but I think Ops 30 alone was 30 mil. Just go to 30.
Yeah, and I mean, just the vaults and everything start costing 15 million each. I mean, going to 29 is 17 million steel. So.
And then they start requiring uncommons on top of that. The vaults.
Yeah.
Which is not cool.
Yeah, I mean, because it's not like uncommons are hard to get in this game at all.
No, not at all.
No.
Not at all.
No.
They're the easiest thing to get. They just drop like candy.
But yeah, man, this is I don't know, Friday night live streams is just kind of something I figured, hey, why not start doing, have a little bit of fun. And
yeah, you just gotta find the right hour to get the right amount of people in.
Yeah, so I don't even care about the people, man. I just want people to come in and have fun.
Yeah, I understand. Your last Friday one was pretty popping.
Yeah, I mean, we had the Rialta event, and we're talking about doing another one here soon, but there's nothing like hardwired in. The war on my server has really thrown everything off with literally everybody on the server being at war. So
yeah, well, we were that way a few weeks ago, and it finally calmed down.
I mean, generally, I don't mind war. I mean, I really don't. And since it's only been going on a week, it's not that big a deal. But if it starts stretching out to like a month long or something, it's going to be a problem.
Well, when it's constant miner swoops and you can't get anything done, and your alliance starts dropping like flies, it gets bad.
Yeah. And I don't know. It's just, there's definitely good parts to it that I don't mind. But there are...
destroyed.
There's some really annoying parts. All right, looks like everybody has left this area. No more PvP. I can't take him out. So now I need to use like my last 2 relocate tokens to find a good place to live, and then we're going to go tag hunting.
Yeah, I need to farm some.
Tag hunting, though, is a lot of fun. That's what you should be doing.
Explain tag hunting.
All right. So pick a tag, go kill them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we
Tag
don't.
hunting.
I only do fat and zeros when I get bored.
Lame.
Well, I'm not
How
in
can
it
you
for
create
PvP.
conflict? How can you create conflict if you're just hitting fats? Come
I've
on, man.
created enough. I've created enough conflict in my server for
There
a
is
good amount of
never
time.
enough conflict.
My
Never
server
enough.
hates me.
Good. That's where you should
No.
be. That's a sign of a successful content creator where your server hates you and the other 200 servers think you're amazing.
True, true.
That's what you got to do, man. Just you got to take one for the team, let your server hate you, and just wreck shop.
Nah, I got things like brewing in the works on my server. I can't ruin them.
Nah, man. It's just a
Like
game, just pixels.
I'm gonna probably get an interview with a dude with the auger next week.
Yeah, I need to get my high levels on it and talk to him, but I haven't. I've been too focused on killing people.
Well, I was too nice to one the other day, and I gave him my note after I was done with it. I'm like, hey, you want the note? Now give me an interview with you for the auger.
Man, I
That's
wish more
auger.
people on our server would go for that. Too many people are going for, the nostalgia. They're going for the
The Enterprise.
enterprise. And I'm sitting here like, man, I want some of the bit. Ooh, how far away is this guy? Can I get there? 8 minutes. Man, the flight times in this game are just insane.
We need a fix like they were saying in the augment story to
Yeah.
increase our speeds.
Yeah, well, I was talking about mining speeds. I honestly don't mind warp times being insane because it's more realistic to the actual,
Yeah,
series. But it does aggravate me when I'm trying to kill things and it's like, oh, I got to fly 9 minutes just to hope that they're still there.
yeah. That's always the fun part of the game. Always
So
wondering, and I'm always watching them like a hawk.
yeah, so right now I'm going through just some of the hotspot mining systems looking for the like 50 million tags we're at war with so I can pop their miners. Which I found one. Now we can go level up the Bordis with this one 2 minutes away.
Why not find a dead base and just ram it a few times?
Because that's boring. Why not go out and kill somebody?
I like the ease of doing things.
Hey Javier, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, I mean, look, you can take the easy way out, but are you going to get a love letter if you take the easy way out?
I get enough of them.
No, well, you don't get enough. Because if you're not appreciating them, you're not getting enough love letters. Love letters are what makes this game entertaining, man.
I got one from one of my subs the other day because I interjected in a raid he was in.
Very nice. Yeah, the funniest thing is I've had. So it's kind of cool. Since I've started doing the YouTube channel, I've had great people out there who are watching now who just absolutely love it and they hit me up all day. I've also had people who, when I've hit them, have threatened to unsub, and I'm like, okay. And I've had people to been threatened with a lawsuit. It's just been crazy, awesome, weird spectrums. So.
Oh yeah, people go every different direction.
Yeah, the lawsuit one's hilarious though because it just shows, hey, you never read the terms of service. Nice.
Oh, the thing we talked about the other day?
Yeah.
About the ship name, the da 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 da. It's like, dude, you gave that up as soon as you signed on the game.
Yeah, for real. So anyway, out there, by the way, wondering, no, you can't sue somebody over Star Trek Fleet Command. Everything in here, I don't care if you spent 50 grand, you don't own a thing. And that's actually kind of something weird to keep in the back of your mind when you're spending money is that you don't own anything that you're spending. You're simply renting entertainment. You are renting that Bordis you spent $200 to rush and get. Just keep that in mind, friends.
I'm kind of glad they added the faction ships to the store, the tier 1s.
I am very happy that they've added the faction ships.
That still makes me wonder if that's going to be a short time. I know they confirmed about the chest. There's a permanent.
No, it is going to be permanent.
That's good. That's going to help a lot of players out.
Yeah, so one of the many things that Panic has pushed forward to improve things, and I'm pretty stoked about that. This is something that has been needed because there's definitely been a gap for the pay to win and free to play. So this is helping bridge that a little bit, but not completely. I mean, if people spend money, like for example, you start getting these faction ships, unless you spend money, you're not getting to tier 7, and odds are you're probably not getting deep into tier 6. But
yeah, I'm gonna be a while till I get there. I'm at tier 6 just with my flower.
Yeah, my D3 is at tier 7, and everything else is basically at tier 5 because the extreme cost.
Well, usually at least the tier 1 ships are easier to get to that level versus like the Saladin and the tier 2 stuff.
Amergan says, might be renting your Bortus, but you'd own me. Look, what's your Bortus at? Amergan has been playing for like 2 years. You don't count. But where is your Bortus at, Amergan? Isn't it like 500K? Because if it is, I think my D3 could take it. I think my D3 could take it.
Too. He's been playing for 2 years. I've been playing for 8 months.
Well, to be fair, the founder server it went through the merger and has had all the drama and people getting loaded with resources and some people not. It's just a crazy scenario over there. I'm really lucky in that the server that I'm on, server 20, is apparently it's like it might be the most active server in the game because we still have 80, 90 alliances that are active. I mean, it is a very active server. Ooh, there's more tags to kill. Sweet.
Yeah, my server on the other end is dying.
See, Amergan has a 500K Centurion. That would wipe everything I have. So, my Bortus and Legionary combined could probably take down the Cent, but that's going to use...
What crews does it have? That's the question. It's all about crews on that one.
Yeah, I mean, but even if he just ran a basic morale crew, because my Legionary is a tinderbox, even at 400K, it's going to die. And then the Bortus coming up behind it is still going to take some damage. I would probably take him out, but I'm going to lose at least one battleship doing it.
You probably need a 400 Bortus to handle it.
Yeah.
Not Bortus, I mean Legionnaire.
Yeah, my Legionnaire is at 430, but Legionary is still a tinderbox compared to a tier 2 faction ship. I mean, there's a...
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that I would... If I ever got the chance to fight a 500K Cent, what would happen is Legionary would die, probably get it down to about half, maybe 40%, and then the Bortus could finish it off without dying, but I would then have a massive repair bill for the Bortus too.
It's always about testing. That's all I always do.
I don't mind testing, and now that I actually have some resources, because I've been raiding all day, I could test it out. Sadly, Amergan is on server 2, so that doesn't help me much.
You have 12 million steel?
Yeah, a lot of that from today. Since this morning I started off with like 400K. So
yeah, I don't burn through as bad.
Hugo says, how much is the Bortus doing per round? Well, we will show you. So the first shot is 32,000. That is what I believe is the left kinetic weapon that we're not even sure is a kinetic weapon. We still have to study that one. And then the other two, which only fire every other round, are doing between 78 and 80K per shot. And that's going to be every other round. So
Hugo's going to do the math and give you the breakdown on it.
Hugo is amazing. That little German loves his notebook, and I have learned so much. We feed each other screenshots, and he watches the battle logs, and it's weird because I thought coming into this I was like one of the only people in the world who just got obsessed and really enjoyed reading battle logs. Nope, there's a lot of people out there who just like cramming through battle logs.
Or no, even my raid, he broke down of how much I made and how much I lost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm the same way. It's all about efficiency in this game, especially if you're not a pay-to-win player. I mean, you got to know if that raid's only going to make you 40 grand, is it worth going for the Tritanium or moving on to another one? As that dude ran as soon as he saw my Bortus.
I usually go for guaranteed raids where I don't lose anything.
It's so hard to find guaranteed raids here because our server is at war so much. Those people shield. They have very good shield discipline.
Yeah, sometimes we catch them with their pants down once in a while.
I mean, it happens. I mean, like I said, that raid I was telling you about, did he just go to the next system? I'm following you, fam. I know where you're going, Blitz Spear. I'm hunting you down. So I'll do that too, but, if you find those, it's usually some level 30 that you have to get somebody else to knock anyway.
Why doesn't Amergan join the Discord to talk?
Yeah, Amergan does need to. Hey, Beowulf, how you doing, buddy? Hugo, the great thing, and I think that, there might be something that all of us content creators need to do a video of our own. Like, we each do a video about Hugo. He has been the silent workhorse behind so many different people. Because I know I've seen him on, he was in Amergan's YouTube comments, my YouTube comments back when we had like a couple hundred followers, if that, and he's been grinding away. This dude will send me pictures of a spiral notebook of him counting down every single round I had with my base defense and stuff, and then we'll go line by line with the DPS that each one did. So he's the one that I studied with that found that the platform A is like 3 times stronger than the other platforms. So platforms B, C, D will all fall in one shot one shot being one shot hull, one shot shield. Platform A actually has some beef to it. And that was through his Spiral notebook that we figured that out. So shout out to Hugo from Germany.
Seriously, I agree. Hugo's an amazing fella. I learned a lot from him. I may not be able to read the logs myself well enough, but he breaks them down for like an idiot like me to understand.
Yeah, I mean, and it's also fun to study officers with him, and too, and I don't know. It's like I said, coming into here, it was just shocked by how many people enjoy going through that stuff.
Yeah, I can wrap my head around it. I like going pew pew.
See, that's my thing. Like I've got somebody. Oh man, come on, Blue Stacks, don't crash when my ship is in the middle of a fight.
No, but the in-game PM system's been all kinds of botched lately.
Oh, I've had to reload my game several times
No,
today.
so like somebody I talked to normally, she wasn't getting a message for 3 days straight, or anyone's.
Oh wow, I haven't had anything that bad.
And then earlier today, my alliance chat wasn't posting at all, but my PMs were working and my general chat was working.
I haven't had that issue, thankfully. Now, you're not the first person to tell me that I've had issues with chat. Every time I've had an issue with chat, I've just had to reload the client, and then it works again. Dang it, I didn't mean to hit recall.
Yeah, I cleared the localization and it fixed it.
Did I? Nope, I didn't manage to stop it. Son of a gun. Don't you guys hate it when you hit recall on accident?
There needs to be a cancel recall button in that 4-second lapse.
There needs to be a lot of things in this game. Like, why can I not change warp mid-warp? Especially if you... Not yet.
Well, maybe this next update we'll get lucky.
Well, I mean, we did just get a lot of good stuff in this update. So.
Oh yeah, but no, I thought there was a big one coming the next week, or is it this week?
I think it's next Thursday. Don't quote me. Let me check.
I think I thought he said it was Wednesday on the Discord.
It might be. The times are so weird because the times, like they have like a global. I mean, because you've got most of the devs are in LA. Panic is in Spain. I don't even remember where Gala is. And then a lot of the times are set to where they start in the morning on a Thursday or Wednesday in LA instead of like, everywhere else that uses like New York time and stuff. So it's tough to keep up because like for every other game I play, it's not the same. The time scale seems to be pretty standard for a lot of other games, just not this one.
No, I like the LA time frames.
802. So here is where FRST is currently at. The red shirts are currently at. We are at war with FEDS, Sol, and the USFs. All of the Sols, all of the USFs. So we've actually become almost like a de facto ally to IA and IG. So we do have a ceasefire up now, since we all have the exact same enemies. But it wasn't playing that way. We were at war with FEDS before the IA and FEDS war even started. And then they decided they want to do that. So now we're at war. It's like how World War I started, where only 2 people were really at war. And then everybody else said, hey, you're our allies. We should be at wars with you. And then everybody just kind of piled on. So now the entire top 10 is at war. So, yeah. ODB telling me to stream on Twitch. I have Twitch. I just don't use it much. Twitch is where I stream a lot of my football content. But I really don't use it very much. I should use it more. But, yeah. I've already got the people on YouTube. Hey, Grant. How you doing, buddy? So, let's see. Now we need to go find some more tags. And, where's Amergan? That Irishman needs to just hop in chat. Where's Amergan?
I think you break your no cursing thing.
Look, as long as he can keep it PG. I know Amergan's got it in him. He's got it in him to keep it PG. It'd be cool to have all the content creators on at one time. Even though he's in Ireland. It's Amergan, is it like 2 in the morning where you are? Why are you even up? Why are you awake?
Because he's Scottish.
I thought he was Irish.
Irish. I don't know what.
There's a difference. And there have been people who've gotten offended when I've called them Scottish who are Irish.
I know. Well, I'm half both, or I'm both of those, so.
Amergan is de-subbing from your channel now. There's
tear has rolled down my eye.
Yeah, you have lost your support.
Oh no.
Should ask the banks about World War One and Two. Yeah, I've looked into that a little bit. There's a bunch of that stuff on YouTube. There's so many things on YouTube that you can just look up and enjoy. I don't know how much I buy into it, but it's there on YouTube if you want to look at it. Ah, PW Fandom with the Donald Trump reference there. Said dropping bombs like the great Air Force that took out the British in the War for Independence. Oh, that man. Love him or hate him, you got to laugh at some of the things he says.
True, true.
Do you even know what I'm referencing? Did you see what he tweeted the other day?
No, I usually keep my head away from it.
Yeah, generally I do, but he said that something, I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember the exact tweet, but something along the lines of the Air Force fields were being attacked in the Revolutionary War.
Huh.
Yeah, so I was like,
I gotta look this up.
yeah, I was like, that's a good one. Nice. I'm sure he meant something completely serious and he just had a mouth flub. I don't know what happened with the guy. Yeah, because I'm not here to make this a political channel, but it did make me laugh. So
Yeah.
there's that. I giggled. Where is everybody? Why is everybody hiding? I just want to kill your miners. Give me your miners. Yeah, and if you're wondering, I can't actually dual stream to Twitch and YouTube at the same time because that's actually against Twitch's terms of service.
No, it's only against Twitch's terms of service is when it's you're associated, whatever that one is.
Yeah, affiliated, and I am affiliated.
Never mind then.
Yeah.
Was there affiliated, and what's the other one? There's two.
Partner.
Well,
So,
I think under affiliation you can, and partner you can't.
Yeah, affiliated and partners can't, because basically how that works is you start making money, and their argument is that as soon as you start making money, they own the content for 24 hours. So if you were to do it like you were to stream on Twitch, then you have to wait till the next day to put that content on YouTube, or you risk your channel being taken down, banned, or whatever. And Anton says that they're subbed to my channel and they know I'm looking, so they're hiding. They honestly shouldn't be worried about me. There's 60 other people, almost 70 other people in red shirts right now that are hunting too. So I'm going to go take on Claws of War, level 35. I'm going to kill his miner. I bet he's going to be really happy about it. Unless somebody goes and tells him, y'all better not go snitching. No snitching in my chat, okay? It's a rule. No snitching. Hey, last time, it's funny. Last week, I was getting stream sniped, or 2 weeks ago, I was getting stream sniped while I was doing this, and I actually got boxed in by Feds in my base. I think it was Feds. It's either Feds or IG. I got boxed into my base. I couldn't actually leave, and I couldn't get my ships back because they were watching the stream and what I was doing. So that was actually pretty hilarious. How is my Horizon doing? My Horizon has not gotten much love lately. It is at 206 in the base, and depending on what crew I put at, right at 197, 198 out of dock, which is perfectly fine. I would like to get this upgrade for the cargo bay done and get it to tier 7. But just with everything else going on, I've been focusing on trying to get the Bortus up because it's only about 350,000. I'd like the Bortus to get to 400K.
Oh, your Horizon beats mine.
Look, the Horizon can get into a 1 mil base that's cracked. That's good enough for me. So.
Well, yeah, mine could do the same, but it's only tier 5.
Yeah, I mean, that's honestly all I really need it for. I need to be able to hit 300K bases, one-shot them, and I need to be able to hit 1 mil bases that are cracked. As long as I can do that, I'm hunky-dory. Bayo says that there's some soul in augment space. Let's go look in augment space. I just hate augment space because it's such a freaking long flight time.
Put Helvia in it. Speed it up.
Even with Helvia, it's still going to be 6 minutes. Because we're talking about high-level people, so they're not going to be sitting around at the entrance systems. They're going to be all deep in space.
Oh, deeper in, it takes me about 4 minutes to get there with Helvia.
Yeah, let's see. Let's look at Ifria 3 and see if there's anybody there. And if there is, then we will put on Helvia and make it happen, Captain. Nothing there. Nothing there. Hey, there's Tasha Yar. She's an ally. We can't kill Tasha. You know, I could put her on my North Star and just really speed this process up and save on some prices. There's IA. So that's another. See, there's a soul. Okay, we got 3 of them. Is that 3? I can't tell whose this is. No, so we got 2 of them. But there's an IA here, so odds are our deputy's going to get them. But we're going to go ahead and switch back to our D3 because it has nice flight speed. And we're going to put Helvia in the place of Astaber. And we're going to see if we can get there pretty quickly. Let's see, 5 minutes. So in 5 minutes, you guys can watch me kill 2 miners. Woohoo! Excitement. That's how you know you like a YouTube channel too much, when you actually spend time to watch me fly 5 minutes to kill miners. Oh, son of a biscuit eater.
He heard. Someone ratted you out.
Yep, somebody's watching because they both just warped away at the same time.
I would have trolled a little bit and waited to the last second to warp.
Yeah, probably, but hey, yeah, well, it's an all in good fun, right? If nothing else, I'm gonna have a ship in augment space now, so. And I have to leave at least one. I have to leave at least one ship home though, or else I'm gonna get one-shotted by all these level 30s that are flying around at war with us. Let's go look up here. All right. Oh, let's just look in minor spaces up here. Now, we do still have Claws of War. I know Claws is not on my YouTube channel. Claws is not on YouTube. So hopefully nobody went and told him, and I can at least kill his miner. Hopefully. We do have that one en route, and that's 1 minute away. I'm not even going to look at the screen just in case somebody just got in and doesn't know what system I'm going to. We're not even going to tell nobody. We're just going to get there. All right, so we do have a USFA miner up here. And you know what? We're going to speed up our Saladin, and we're going to get our Saladin up there. Leave the Bortus at home. That's going to be 4 minutes away. And let's see. Legionaries coming in. Claws is still there. Okay, we might actually get a kill in. This will be fantastic. Maybe we'll be lucky and we'll hit a 35 million PD tonight. Get back into the top 35. What PD rank are you at right now, man?
Let me look. Last I was like 40s. I looked, but
noob.
I don't try hard enough.
God. Who was it that was who's the moderator in the Discord, the official Discord that is a pacifist that she said? Was it Jess?
I think so. Oh, I'm 41 in PD.
Ah, very nice. Gib, no, I actually asked him, and he said that he was going to look it up and tell me, and he's never told me. So I don't have the emulator for iOS. I mean, you could do a search, I'm sure. Just Google emulator, iOS emulator for PC or something, and you might find what you're looking for. But, oh, well, guy said there's not one, so I guess everybody's just out of luck.
Because Apple's kind of a, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had Apple since iPhone 4, if that gives you an idea of how long it's been. So
I think I was around the same time.
Basically, when Steve died, I left Apple.
I left Apple because I enjoy Androids more, the freedom and routing and everything.
Ooh, we found us a Kumari that's actually doing some dailies. We're going to kill him. Nobody go tell him I found him. Y'all behave in the comment section, please. Snitches get stitches. And snitches don't qualify for the giveaways that we're going to be starting soon. So you snitch, you don't get free blueprints, you don't get free tokens. No snitching. If this guy warps out, everybody in the comment section now, you're banned. No giveaways for you. Okay, I'm not in the
comment section right now.
Yeah, I'm not being serious. I can't do that. But yeah, y'all behave. Quit telling people our stuff.
Stop denying Deuce's kills.
Yeah, I know. I want to kill people. Well, see, a lot of the people that are actually in the chat, like Bayo, are allies in this war, so he shouldn't be snitching at all. Bayo should be killing everybody that's trying to snitch. Hey, Tara, Archangel from Tara's in. Hey, Mike, how you doing, man? Yeah, Steve, we haven't actually launched the giveaway yet, so don't worry. You haven't missed any type of entering, but we will be starting giveaways hopefully next week. I'd plan to do it this week, but Panic decided that he wants to go on some mini vacation, something stupid. So.
Oh, is that why he disappeared?
Yeah. After he told me we were going to do something today, and then out of the blue, I'm reaching this morning for Panic, and he's not there. So I'm asking the mods, hey, y'all seen Panic? Oh, he's on vacation. I'm like, fantastic.
Thanks.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Lazy Oaf. Yeah, I did get a few subs these past few days. Mainly because we just wrecked Soul's world and killed Galaxy Scout. He's dead now. Let's look at that battle log. That was a battleship versus a battleship. Have you noticed? Do you have a legionary? Don't you have a legionary? No one?
No.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
I'm sad.
Have you killed a lot of legionaries?
I killed a lot of things.
Does it feel like legionaries, especially their shields, are a lot squishier than the Kumari?
I don't know. I just blow stuff up. I don't notice anything.
It feels like for me, and if Hugo is still in there, which I think Hugo is, I am pretty sure that the shield strength and the overall shield durability of the Legionary is a lot squishier than a Kumari. Because I just fought a 270 Kumari. My Legionary is reading at 428. My shields are 100% down, and I lost 40% health. And he was already at 60% health before I killed him. So not only did I lose my complete shields, I lost 40% health to take out a ship that is 50,000 weaker than me. That's a little bit too squishy.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that is. I just looked at your thing right now.
Yeah, so.
Well, the Kirk crew does help it out a little bit just by the shield.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of regen there, but that still shouldn't be that big of a difference for 120,000 gap.
True.
And we just took out Darth Taters. What a great name. I love the name Darth Taters. Oop, Sulaban Bounty Hunter. Let's get out the way. All right, so now we're in augment space. Oh, look, there's a brand new Kumari sitting here for us. We are being blessed by the Star Trek Fleet Command gods. Hey, Simon English, how you doing? Oh, don't run away. Don't be scared. Come back, little buddy. It's okay. Oh, no, you can't go that way either. The D3's going to get you. You should have warped away immediately. Instead, you're an idiot and you tried to outrun me. Come on. Ah, he just got away. I shouldn't have done it. I should not have auto-attacked, but I was trying to get away from that stupid Sulaban. It's okay. We're still going to kill. Grant, the Legionary is not an explorer. The Legionary is a battleship, so it does not have a triangle bonus against the Legionary. You're thinking of the Centurion. Oh, Claw sent a message. He just sent me an LOL and a K. I'm like, look, man, this is literally the only ship you have that I can kill. You just, you let me enjoy. You let me have this. He's level 35 and big spender. So, yeah. If he finds my base, I'm going to have to shield. Oh, Burn Like Ice. Yeah, I recognize the name, man. I'll be seeing you in the Discord and stuff. Oh, man. I love this game. There are days this game annoys the fire out of me and I just want to burn it to the ground. And then there are days like today I'm just in a good mood and I'm enjoying the heck out of it.
I like the days where I want to burn everything to the ground because nothing stands in my way at that point. I blow everything up.
Okay, I don't know if I'm just freaking out or the game is glitching, but there's literally nothing in this system, so...
Did thou hear you were killing him?
I don't know. There's literally nothing in this system. Like, I'm not exaggerating. All the mines are empty. I see one hostile. This game is lagging. Yeah, it's lagging. Oh, hey, one ship appeared, and it's RPAs, and he's warping away. This game.
You might have to reload it again.
I really hope not. We're going to set course for Pajim and see if anything comes up there. Romulan Patriots are definitely semi-broken-ish. They may be getting better. Oh, thanks, Necro. He says that me killing his Kumari hurts, but he loves the video. So we appreciate his support. I hate that I had to kill him, but, you know, that's what happens.
Had to be made.
Yeah, sacrifices had to be made. All right, so what we got here? Oh, that's a VHH guy. That's IG, so we won't mess with them. Anybody here? Oh, there's a Fed. We can kill the Feds. We love killing Feds. Down with the Feds. Ooh, Lazy Oaf. Dejokhi, however you pronounce his name, is not necessarily broken. In fact, Hugo has some really good stats on him, and we were testing some configurations with him about 2 weeks ago. Now, Commander Nero, the problem with Nero is his procs and his auxiliaries that you pair with him, the other officers, just don't pop as often as they should. It's not necessarily that the abilities are bad. They just don't. So like one of them is like 40%. It's not accurate in how often it actually pops up. So that's something that they've been griped about for a while, and I don't know if they fixed it yet. Nothing in this system. Let's go all the way to Yarda, even though flying to Yarda means that we're going to be like a million miles away. from home. Oh, there's a Fed there, so we're going to go there anyway. Oh, Necro says he loves me. Ooh, that's so cute. Thank you. I love you too. Don't you just love the love on our server, no one?
Oh, yeah.
How we can kill each other and my server still loves me.
Yeah, I don't get that. I'm going to kill all your miners.
Ah, be jealous. Well, see, here's the key. I don't mine anymore. I just stopped.
Yeah, I hunted too, and then I heard war.
Lazy O says he's got some. He talked to a dev that was actually talking about some of the problems in game, and I would love to read that text. I would love to have a dev openly say, "Hey, we screwed up here." That would be fantastic. Oh, there's
I would
3.
love to see that too.
There's 2 Feds and a Soul. No, I called it first. If anybody's making a call out Scopely video, it's me.
Hey, you can do it. I said I wanted to see it. I don't want to make a video. Jeez.
I'm just trying. Look, man, I'm selfish with my content. Ooh, we in Pajim yet? You can't. No, it's fine. You don't have to show me the dev name, even though I probably know who it is. I'm not going to say the names out in public. Don't want that NDA to be getting ripped up, man. I need my Scopely welfare. I can't live without my Scopely welfare money.
Saves you a little money in game.
Bro, look. You try to play against all these people on my server spending $1 billion. You try.
I do.
Yeah. All right. So you understand my pain, and you've spent a little bit of cash.
I spent $3K. I know how much.
All right. Well, I wasn't going to call you out and tell everybody how much you spent, but
I think I said it in one of my videos. I'm not a fan of how much I've spent, and
I mean, look. Ultimately, if you get enjoyment, it doesn't really matter how much you spend. So, as long as you're still enjoying it. Now, if you're spending money and no longer enjoying, then we got a problem.
No, that's my goal is to slow down spending money so I can ease into it a little more.
Lazy Oaf says there's a guy on his server that he believes has spent 100,000 simoleons.
What's that USD? I wonder.
Well, simoleons is from The Sims.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah, I was talking dollars. Yeah, 100 grand. I know a couple people who've spent 50. I don't know anybody that spent 100. I don't even know how would you spend 100 grand? Like,
buying everything.
Yeah, but even then, like, you would be at level 39 and capped. What else could you buy?
Unless he's like destroying his rep, gaining new reps so he can buy more ships.
I don't know, man.
Well, if he has all 3 of the epic ships.
That is a level of wealth that I simply can't understand.
I don't either. I can't either. 100 grand. How is that like spare change in a sense to some people?
Yeah, Hugo, that's what Hugo was telling me. So that the DJ Aoki isn't broken, but that his text and what it says he does is actually just wrong. And that is, like I said, those are some of the notes that Hugo and I were going over, and I've been testing and, working with him on that. And that's another problem with this game is a lot of stuff is just not written up right. Like how for 4 months it said that the tier 1 faction ships could be found in the faction store.
Hey, they are now.
Yeah, they are now. Yeah.
That's what they meant later. Like the hijack ships, like they said, they could be found in the augment store.
Yeah, which they will be eventually. Eventually.
Like the tier 1 ships, eventually.
Yeah, so I mean, Trucker says that he had a guy below 1K in less than a month of joining. I actually know there was, when I was leading ORP, we had a guy join in that was playing for about 2 weeks. And at the time, I was level 23, if y'all go back in terms of how many videos ago that was. And in 2 weeks, he was stronger than me. We actually had a race to see who could get to 1.2 million strength first. He won. So if that gives you an idea.
We had a guy that was like that. Was 2 weeks in, he was already 30 by the time we got into the end.
Yeah, I mean, that's
learned the game.
That's a crazy amount of money to spend so quickly.
I don't even want to do the math to figure that out. Here you go. There's your job. Do the math from 1 to 30. See how much money it would take.
Yeah, there. Tell Hugo do the money. And it's also, you got to worry about exchange rates too, because in some places it's actually more expensive than it is here because of the exchange rate. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Sila's out here trying to give away trade secrets. I'm like, shh, be quiet. I don't get this too. So I just got a message from James T. Kirk from Seoul. basically saying, here, I thought you only hit for resources. So it's weird that alliances will go to war and then not tell every single one of their members who they're at war with. Because he should have he should not be questioning why I'm hitting him. He should know because we're at war. So who's not telling somebody what?
Well, some members of alliances don't check the discords.
Yeah, so that's a problem with one of these because like him sitting here, and then he said, "Well, I didn't know y'all joined IA." Well, we didn't. You guys just started hitting us. So that's a problem with communication. So much of this war and everything could be avoided if people just talked, communicated.
True.
Oh, that's frustrating. Because some of these people in these different alliances are my friends. I don't want to have to kill them, but I will.
I have a tendency to avoid friends.
Hey, man, everybody needs a friend. You got a friend in me.
Oh, God, let's do the same thing.
You got a friend in me. All right, let's see if we can find more bad guys to kill.
We're not getting into a group karaoke.
Hey, I'll do karaoke for money. We'll drop this right now. Instead of sending Scopely that $20, send it to Deuce, and he'll do karaoke while playing Star Trek Fleet Command. Look, man, hustle by any means, brother. By any means. If you got to take your shirt off and do karaoke, you do that.
You can do that on YouTube, but you can't do that on Twitch.
That's correct. Another reason to enjoy the wonders of the world that is YouTube. Now, they do have some new algorithms out now that are a lot stricter, so you got to be careful.
Yeah.
All right, I think we've gotten everybody in augment space. We got to go back to minor space and start hunting there. Just go ahead and tell the D3 to go home, and then we'll just use the Bortus. What's going on in Kepler? For those that don't know, if you're ever in galaxy space and you see a red ring around the system, that means there's some form of action going on there. Hopefully a raid that you can interrupt.
Sometimes they're misleading, though.
Well, sometimes it can be prompted by like 3 ships fighting, not an actual big event. So then you're like, well, I came here for no reason. So like right now, I saw one little PvP going on, but nothing serious. There are a lot of ships here, but I don't see anything worth flying to and disrupting. Chris says, so when are we going to get some content that gives us more independent credits as we only get 50 per day in the augment store?
Seriously.
I don't have a direct answer for that. I can tell you that there is more augment stuff upcoming, not just counting what's going on right now. But that's all I can tell you. I don't have any other details besides that. I do know and understand right now that there is essentially a paywall there because you can't progress. I mean, 50 a day is going to take you what? 200 days to get some decent officer sets upgraded. And that's if you didn't waste the independent credits you might have gotten on like auto instead of saving it up for con. So yeah, they need to add something in there. I still don't understand why you can't just use augment credits. Like, why do you have to use independent credits? That doesn't make any sense to me.
No, it doesn't. It's like with FEDS, you use FED credits to upgrade your guys.
Yeah. So that's hoping that's something I'm hoping they actually change, because it makes no sense that I need independent credits to upgrade con, and I can't use the augment credits. But to be fair, on the flip side, the augments are the only faction that you can turn in like decoded data to get credits for. So I guess in their head they were like, well, we can't allow them to just have these super upgraded officers. But I don't know. I think the system how it sits now isn't working. So you got to change it in some form, whatever that is.
Agreed. Or cheapen the cost or something.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't envy their job. I mean, that's not me trying to defend Scopely's devs, but I will say that I have no desire to be in their position, because working on a game, especially a game that you didn't invent, like you didn't type up the code for this game, you didn't do anything with this game, your company bought the game and then said, hey, work on this game. I don't know. And especially with the reputation that they have with other games, like the wrestling game and the Walking Dead game and stuff like that, which this is obviously a different dev team. I mean, you don't have the same, at least I hope they don't have the same dev team working on every game. That would just be
somehow Triple H pops up in this game.
Yeah. So, assuming it is a different dev team like every other company does, each game has its own team, they're in a tough spot, especially with such a ardent fan base that is Star Trek, like an overbearing fan base that is Star Trek, it's got to
I
be
just
tough.
hope they have their map editors set up like Age of Empires, so they can like plop stuff in and save it and send it out.
That sounds really simple, so I'm going to say no, it's not set up like that.
That'd be the easiest option.
Yeah, easy. What is this easy word you keep bringing up?
Well,
Easy.
somebody in their development team needs to make that a sandbox version of it.
Well, see, that's another thing. Like, I don't understand. I mean, they've kind of used, from what I've heard, the founder server like this, but I don't understand why there isn't test servers. Like, why are there not beta servers rolling out with content a week early?
That'd be
And
smart.
you know, and even if that server is just something that the devs have got like 40 accounts on, and that's all they do is they goof off and they have a few players who agree to sign an NDA and not tell anybody what the secret content is, and they just play on that server.
Or just do it like Star Trek Online. Have the Tribble server and put your new content out there. Have them play with it for a bit, and then release it to the public. At least get some type of stress test on it, not internal.
Yeah, I will say that I haven't played Star Trek Online in like 7 years, and I wonder if my account is still around.
It's better now. I plug in every now and then, but
Well, I played it when it launched, and my favorite ship was I unlocked the Cardassian Galore, and I flew around in that thing for forever.
Yeah,
And
I didn't.
it was a beam
I got
boat.
bored of it and I left it.
Well, I mean, I get bored of every game generally. I mean,
Well, I played Star Trek or Star Wars: The Old Republic for a long time.
my favorite Star Trek game is actually Star Trek Bridge Commander because of the insanely large modding community that it has.
What was that Star Trek game that was made by the Age of Empires developers? No. It was made by somebody. It was an RTS.
Talking about Star Trek Armada?
Yeah, I think so. Where it was a real-time strategy version of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it came out in like 2001.
Yeah, where you can combine like 4 Borg cubes into one.
Yeah, that's Armada. And you could actually steal like the construction vessel of that different faction and then start building that faction. So like you could steal a Borg construction ship and then start building cubes, which is hilarious and awesome. But I love the Borg. I used to play as the Borg as a kid because you could assimilate the ships. So if you wanted the Enterprise, you just go assimilate one and bring it back home. So that's what I would do. So I'd actually go out with Borg stuff and I would just assimilate so I could bring it back and have a museum at home of all these different Federation and Klingon ships. But that is a classic game. In fact, now that you brought it up, I'm probably going to see if I can find my old copy of Star Trek Armada and play it. Dang it, Ronan. You just got the kill that I wanted. Ronan's not happy with me. I rated him the other day.
Does not need a buff.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. He got there literally like within seconds after that SOL miner landed. So, I mean, within seconds, man. That was crazy. Let's see what's going on in Opla. Surprised there's no Borg in this game. The Borg are technically part of this timeline, but they have not been put into this game, and I honestly don't know of any plans at all, like not even a whisper, to put the Borg in. So there is more content coming this month, but it has nothing to do with the Borg. I can tell you that. Unless I've just been like super lied to. And Trucker, technically, it's not even the wrong time period because if you remember, Star Trek Enterprise is actually part of the Kelvin timeline because the time break doesn't happen until Kirk's lifetime. So if you remember from Star Trek Enterprise, the Borg are actually part of that canon. So it would not break canon for the Borg to appear here. But truthfully, the reason that you're not going to see any Borg is because it doesn't make sense. It just randomly put the Borg in just out of nowhere. Here's the Borg.
I like that idea.
Yeah. They'll be overpowered as crap. Here you go. Borg cube just pops up.
Okay. Let's get Ferengi at least.
The Ferengi would be cool, especially since we're using gold press latinum.
Well, yeah, then add a trade system in.
Yeah, a trade system would be nice. Even if the trade system was horribly broken. I would like to have a horribly broken trade system over no trade system.
Mm-hmm.
Lazy O said the Enterprise lost canon. Look, man, I'm sorry. I know a lot of people feel that way. I actually really enjoyed Enterprise Season 1 and 4. But you can't just say, hey, I'm not going to accept the canon. It's like what Disney did to Star Wars. You might not like it, but if somebody owns the rights, they can make the decision. It's just EU, gone. Bye. Expanded universe is done. Sorry. And, now we're stuck with what we have. And that's, you can either accept it or fight against the current. But the old stuff's never coming back.
Just give me Discovery stuff and I'll be happy right now.
See, I watched season 1 of Discovery and it was okay. I think that they went through a lot of snafus with the writers and everything. And it got better at the end. I have not finished season 2 yet. But I've heard season 2 is much, much better.
You need to finish it. It was a good series, I thought, personally.
Lazio says, let's not go down The Last Jedi. I look, man, I know it's not only a retelling of a story that we've already told. It's a really bad retelling with lens flare. It is the shiniest of turds. But you know what? I mean, it's what happens when a creator takes his hand off of something. And that happened to Game of Thrones. George R.R. gave way too much leeway to HBO, and the HBO writers just did all kinds of crazy crap, especially after the books ran out. And in my opinion, they should have let George R.R. run that show, even if it took years longer, instead of running it into the ground.
He was too busy eating chips or nachos.
I don't care if that man's eating chips or not. You give that man unlimited lifetime chips and nachos. Let him sit at a table and do nothing but eat chips and nachos if he's creating Game of Thrones.
He made too much money. He petered out at the end.
But he didn't even peter out because he's still making content now and he's still adamant about his universe, even though he's stolen. Basically, Game of Thrones is like a mishmash of like 5 other writings pulled together. Just change the name. I mean, if you turned in a lot of that in class, you might get caught a little bit for plagiarizing. But, we won't talk about that. We won't worry about that. Hoping that Star Trek Picard is going to be something special. Patrick Stewart's a great actor. I'm just curious what you can really do with that storyline. So I'm waiting. Like, I'm not judging it beforehand. I'm not saying it's going to be bad. And it's also going to be weird for me to see a prime timeline show and then a show that's not in the prime timeline at the same time. That's going to be weird. Technically, Discovery's in the prime timeline, but almost everybody's looking at it as if it's not.
No, Discovery's off a different time, whatever you call it, a shot, whatever. I can't remember exactly what it's called anymore.
Is it or is it not? I thought it was on the same prime timeline.
It's split at a certain point, so it segregates into another direction.
I thought it was the prime time. Well, so now we've got a third one. So we've got a third Star Trek universe. Now we're getting into how Gundam is. I don't know if anybody watches anime out there, but that's how Gundam is. There's like 15 different Gundam. Technically, there's only 3, but there's like 15 Gundam storylines. And some of them are really good, and some of them are just really, really bad.
I haven't seen Gundam in forever.
I'm a big Gundam fan.
Give me a good old Zoids any day, and I'll be happy.
Zoids was okay. It was better than some Gundams. It was not better than like Prime Gundam. Zoids was good.
Zoids was good. I like the idea of it.
But you've got some Gundams that are just trash, and then you have some that are just great stories like 8th MS Seed and stuff like that. So it just depends on what you're getting,
True.
It says the Klingons are not the same. Well, it depends. When it comes to Star Trek Discovery, I actually like the directions they're going with the Klingons. Not necessarily their looks, but in terms of how they're portraying the Klingons. It's a very older, primal version of the Klingons that you even saw in the Star Trek Prime universe them refer to quite a bit. So I actually don't mind that. And by the way, Lazio, thank you for supporting the show by dropping a super chat. It says, because he's just crazy, add Ryzen on Discord as friend. Will do. Yeah, you pay me money, we'll be best friends. Bestest of friends. But in all seriousness, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for supporting the channel. It's greatly appreciated. And a shout out to you, my Canadian friend. Hope you had a wonderful Canada Day the other day. Was it like a week ago it was Canada Day?
Yeah.
Yeah. I only know that because of FRST, who is another streamer, who is also Canadian. Phil says he agrees with the deal they had to do. I will say this. The idea of switching up the Klingons in Star Trek Discovery worked because it got people talking whether they loved it or hated it, which drew people to the content. I honestly don't know anybody who didn't watch Star Trek Discovery because of the Klingons. I know a lot of people who griped about it. I know a lot of people who griped about the story. I don't know anybody who said I'm not going to watch this because the Klingons don't look like they're supposed to look like to me. So
It threw me off at first, but I didn't mind it.
yeah, I mean it's a cosmetic change, but in terms of what the Klingons are, I really liked it because it reminded me of the bloodthirst that you see with a lot of the Kayla stories and everything. I'm really big. Like I don't know if I still have it sitting right next to you. I'm one of those losers. I've got a Klingon to English dictionary. So like I have a metal bat'leth sitting on my whatever my mantle. Like I am really into the Klingons and that line of the Prime Universe. So I enjoyed the ritual and the religion that they inserted into Star Trek Discovery Season 1. And thank you again, Lazy O, for supporting everything, man. He says, well, in that case, here's a best friend tip. So thank you for dropping the super chats. And anybody who didn't know, you can actually support the YouTube channel by dropping super chats and donating directly to the channel. It's one of the benefits of being a big YouTube star like moi.
Do you have a Streamlabs by any chance?
I do have Streamlabs, yes.
You should post that link in your bottom because you won't get as bad as it'll cut like it's
Yeah,
YouTube does.
the YouTube cut is 30%, but
Yeah.
we'll say I'd rather have 30% of $10 than 100% of $0. So
True.
yeah,
I'm just for give you more money versus give YouTube more money.
yeah. Oh, I mean, dude, sweet. By the way, and it's in the link. If you guys want to give me money directly without YouTube getting anything, there is Venmo, there's PayPal, there's Patreon. Y'all can give money. We have got ways for you to give money. I will sell my soul for money. Look, I'm not going to lie to you. I love Star Trek. I love the community of this game. I'm in it for the money.
I don't know. I'm not making anything yet, so I can't really say much on that.
I did have relations with that dollar bill. Thank you, Phil, for supporting the show and supporting the content, man. Lazy O says favors for money. So I'm not going to say that on air because I don't want to get the show taken down the first day that it starts earning super chats. But hey, man, look, $20 is $20. That's all I'm going to say. $20 is $20. How you make it and earn it in life, who's to say what's right or wrong? Who's to say?
$20, little man. Put that in my hand.
Who's to say? But thank you, Phil, and thank you, Ryzen. Appreciate it. Yeah, I enjoy chatting and hanging out. It's fun. Even though all I'm doing is going around killing miners, essentially, because we're at war. And the big base raid that I started the stream with ended. No, it's cool to just hang out and talk about Star Trek and just gaming and really everything. So. Lazy says, I like your thoughts and censorship on the liberal left site known as YouTube. Well, like I said, we keep politics out of everything. I am an independent, as many millennials are. So I treat everything exactly how I treat this game. I'm just here to have fun for me, and hopefully everybody has fun with me. That's my goal. I hope everybody that I play with has fun.
And pay attention more to your stream than my own game.
Well, is anything happening in your game right now? Because all I'm doing is hunting tags.
I just got my blue stacks pulled up and that's it.
I need to reload the game real quick because the chat's no longer working. So, fantastic. Yep, got to reload because I know my alliance has talked within the last 13 minutes. See, Phil, I'm cool with that too, man. If you kill me in game, I don't care. There are some people who take this game very serious, and I understand because some people have spent a lot of money in this game, so those ships become like real and tangible to them. And I don't know, like I think that's just a bad spot to be. Like I would hate to think that I get personal about a game. Now I'll get personal if somebody's doing personal attacks or something, but wow, everybody is just hanging out by my base.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, there's 5 ships just parked here. 2 people I know, Krista and Kim, I know.
I'll say PD.
Yeah, I know them. Well, one of them's level 14, so I can't kill her. She's actually the strongest level 14 I know because her North Star is 87,000 at level 14. You can,
jeez.
Yeah, pretty OP.
She's probably one of the ones that sit on a G3 node forever.
See, I didn't even get this message from Claus earlier. He says he didn't work out well for FRST the last time we went to war when we had 15 players. Now that we have over 100 plus, he says he'll have to get involved now. And I just said, look, I didn't start the war. I didn't do any of this. I'm just the soldier, man.
I just go pew pew.
He said, she said stuff, man. I don't know. I just know that there's a war. I don't know who started it. I'm just participating, man. And Alazio brings up a good point. There are a lot of internet warriors out there. And it really translates to end game where, you know, they'll be rude, they'll straight out bully, they'll harass, and they'll just run their mouth for no reason. Ooh, we knocking the base? Knock, knock, knocking on the base's door. Ooh, there's some good loot there. We need to get everybody home. Recall. How far away are you? The chat bugs is just another long list of things that they should have addressed by now. Well, I mean, I don't disagree with you. I will say that there's other things that they've been working on fixing that are more important to me because I have to reload my game every now and then. I'm okay with that. Them doing the notification patches here recently that do seem to be working. They're working on my end. I don't know everybody else in the comment section. The patches for the notification system are working for me. I have gotten every single notification correctly for weeks now. I can't speak for everybody out there. That to me is more important than the chat because if I'm getting drained, I'd like to know I'm getting drained. But I do agree the chat needs to be fixed. Yeah, I want my 5-minute bubble to return.
10 minutes. I get too distracted and I forget about things.
Well, my problem with 10 minutes is I like to do system raids where I go in and I crack basically every base. And then I wait. But if I'm waiting 10 minutes, that's a whole nother system I could be cracking instead of waiting 5 minutes, draining, getting out. I mean, it might not sound like much, but when you're trying to do 4 or 5 bases at a time, 10 minutes is a long daggum time.
Very.
I know everybody out there that isn't a raider, like all the Farmville players, are like, no, it needs to be more than 10 minutes. I'm like, no, it needs to be. Why do you even get a shield? Why? Like, why do you get a temporary shield? K-Talk says he's getting notifications of attacks that were several days ago. I will say, make sure you're updated to the latest version and go out and clear your cache from your phone. And if you're on Android or anything like that, clear out if you go down here. So if you go to your player profile settings and also clear out your localization, make sure you clear out your cache on your phone and your local. Ooh, I sneezed. And your localization because that has caused problems for a lot of players. So just make sure that you clear that out. Not necessarily saying that's going to fix it, but that has fixed it for some people who are still having notification issues. I do agree that if there are notification issues, I want you to take a screenshot, and I want you to do 2 things. So if you are having a legit notification issue where something's not happening, I want you to take a screenshot of it, especially if it's your base getting hit, because that's the easiest one. You can pull up a log, and it shows, hey, base was hit 10 minutes ago, and then base got hit 8 minutes ago. Take screenshots and send it to 2 people. Send it to customer service in-game, and either do one of the following. Email customer service, because there's an email line you can send, or send it to myself or the moderator team on Discord personally so that you know it gets passed up the train.
Wait, there's an email?
Yes, there's an email system.
Huh.
The email system, I don't know if it's more reliable or less reliable, but I know a lot of people have serious issues with the customer service in-game support tab. So there actually is an email to send in bug reporting to Scopely. And if you go to the Discord channel, I believe it is pinned in the bug reporting tab. So it's something like Star Trek -Scopely or -support at scopely.io or something. But it is in the Discord and is under bug reporting somewhere. Just check the pin tab. I think that's where it is. Some people have said they had better success emailing Scopely than they've had. You know what? What I'm going to actually do is I'm actually just going to pull the Discord up and put it on the screen.
I don't see it. I'm looking at it right now unless I'm blind.
You're probably blind because I found it.
I wear glasses.
Okay, so go to your Star Trek Fleet Command button, and then you're going to go down to where it says feedback space. Go to bug reporting, and then top right if you're on your PC, and it should be in the same spot, I'm pretty sure if you're on your phone, there should be a little pin tab. It says pin messages. Click that. The very top one says how to contact support. It gives you a way to do in-game. Then there's a website that you can go to. Make sure you have your player ID to input it through the website. And there's an email version. Prepare screenshots and player IDs in the note. And that is Star Trek-support@scopely.io. So there are 3 different ways you can do it through that, or you can send it to a mod, which are the red names on Discord. And if you send it to myself or Amergan or somebody, they're probably going to push it up the train too. I'm pretty sure Amergan's not being like, screw you guys, I don't want to deal with your drama, because he wants to help the community as well. So there's you multiple ways of sending your tickets if you don't feel like the in-game support system is doing enough for you.
Wait, one of my guys sent me. Oh, actually, there's a email or a physical link you can do too.
Yeah, I said that website. If there's a website.
Yeah, one of my guys just sent it to me right now.
Yeah, key is having your player ID. So make sure you get that from your player profile and your settings menu. Give them your player ID. Let them know what's going on. And like I said, I would send it to everything because I've had problem with the in-game support, and I'm a daggum sponsored content creator, and I have problem with in-game support. So there are times where going to Panic works because he might be online when you message him. Keep in mind that Panic gets hundreds of messages a day, including from me. So that's something that he has to go through. I mean, Panic has to work with the mod team. He has to work with the content creators, plus here the community, so he can get overloaded. But the mod team, content creators, the email system, the website, there are ways for you to submit your problem without actually having to go through in-game support if that is something that you feel is not supporting you.
What is up with this game?
Oh, there's a lot of things.
Bubble. No, the double hit bubble thing.
You mean where you hit the first time, no bubble, second time you hit, there's a bubble?
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know what's up with that.
I don't like that. Now they need a customer service number.
802 just hit my base for some reason. Hey, 802, how you doing, buddy? Hey, and by the way, I just got the notification. Just so you guys and gals know I'm not lying. Let's put it up here on the screen. So my base just got attacked. Y'all watched it happen. And there you are. Oh, come on, phone. Read. I might have to just upload the screenshot. At 21:14, alert, your station has been attacked. Apply a peace shield. So there you go. Notifications working for me.
Your green screen might not be, though.
Yeah, my green screen does not like my phone, apparently. But I can screenshot it if you really don't believe me. Yeah. There you go. Yep, base attack. Oh, 802 is actually in the chat. Hey, 802. I was wondering why 802 came in a daggum tourist. I'm like, what is he doing? But that makes sense. Yeah, I've got 5 people parked outside my base right now. Just chilling. I can hit 2 of them, but they're minors, and I don't want to hit minors. I wonder if Core is in chat. Peg says, did they change shields? I mean, when someone's attacking before they hit, you shield, it doesn't hurt them. Well, hold on. When someone is attacking and before they hit your shield, it doesn't hurt them. I'm not sure I understand what you're trying to ask, Peg. If you could rephrase that, I'm not sure what you're saying. If someone's attacking and before they hit you, shield. Yeah, my base. What about my base? I'm confused. Somebody help me out. Oh, I could kill Kim's North Star.
Oh, there used to be a glitch where you can where you shield last second and they still get damaged or not depending on how quick you shield.
Well, I will say if the ship starts attacking now and I pop a shield, it doesn't matter. They're getting that attack through. So if that's what you're talking about, now I've been having that happen recently because I've been in the war. And say somebody attacked me right now and I went and put in a shield, it doesn't stop that attack. That attack still goes through for me. I don't know if that's how it happens for everybody, if that's just a super timing thing that you have to get down. But for me, if I pop the shield, when I get the notification the attack has already started, the shield does not stop the attack for me. And a silence falls across the crowd.
Oh, sorry, I'm zoning out.
It's all good. I mean, there's still people popping fireworks in the background for me.
No, I don't got that yet. Probably in a little bit.
Well, it's 9 p.m. here. Where are you on the West Coast?
Yeah, it's 7:16 right now.
Yeah, you still got daylight.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have not had the issue where, or I haven't been able to stop because I've actually tried to time it. Like when people wanted to attack my base and time it to where they came in right there and I stopped them at the last moment. And every time I've tried that, it's not worked. So, hey, Kyle, no problem. Man. Look, I understand. You know, you're not the first one to call me a sellout, and you won't be the last. And there's definitely a balance you have to have. I mean, because even though I've got that Scopely partnership, so that means that I am going to see things that are happening behind the scenes, which makes me feel like they're doing more than the average player is going to see. Now, that's not me saying that Scopely's got it all together because they don't. But I will say that there is stuff that like the community asks for that they do consider, and sometimes they consider things and say, "Hey, we're not doing that." And one of those things so far has been how I have begged and pleaded and made multiple videos and podcasts about repair times. The only thing that they have done is they've released a repair time pack so you can get more repair speed ups, and they're considering adding more speed ups to the actual in-game play. They're not, as far as I know, considering an actual reduction in times currently. To be honest, if more events gave speed outs, I really wouldn't notice a difference. But, you know, it's a give and take thing. I mean, and there's also going to be plenty of those people out there who see me getting free content, you know, like getting the D3 that I got and getting the Legionary, and, you know, they're going to scream sell. And I get that too. I mean, it's some people spend thousands to get what I was given. And, you know, there's a case to be made for fairness or ethics, or some people go that far. For me, it's just about trying to find a way to get the problems the community has and get those to Scopely in a way that is not people just yelling at them. Because honestly, if you just go yelling out in Discord, you're just going to get kicked out and nobody's going to listen to you. So it's taking problems that are real and just presenting them in a way that isn't offensive to Scopely. Eric says that I'm a paid shill. I wish I was a paid shill. I wish I was on a legitimate payroll. The only people who pay me is YouTube. So even if I lost the Scopely partnership, that wouldn't affect me monetarily. So now, if I ever make the payroll for Scopely, sure, call me whatever you want.
But you get free stuff for the fact alone as you're creating content for the game, which brings more content. Like you have your Hijack Legionary, your D3. You're using them to create content, which that's not being a show. It's actually covering more content.
Yeah. I mean, and there's good things that have happened too. So, like, even though that I haven't been able to push for better repair times, you know, we have been able to push for at times better event rewards. The bullying podcast that I did with Panic has resulted in a better crackdown of that happening in game. It's not perfect yet, but it has gotten better. That is something that they've worked on focusing on. So, I mean, those type of improvements I think are great. And that's because of not just myself, but people like Amergan and you and other content creators and people who feedback from the community and the people who do the surveys. All that stuff does eventually add up. So anything that you could do to further the progression of the game in a better way, in a way that is helpful for the community. Like, for example, us screaming and pleading for blueprints to come out in events and for free-to-play players to have better options for the blueprints. Well, we have that now with the Tier 1 faction ships not being something you have to spend $200 for. And I realize that players who've been in the game for a while who spent $400 as soon as the faction ships came out to get them are going to be a little bit upset about that. It's better for the long term for free-to-play players and for the game itself for free-to-play to have more options.
Oh, his comment. Real GTs.
You get paid. Yeah, it's tough to look at it in terms of getting paid through ships and resources.
It's not monetary value because you don't own it.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know, even though my account is being given that, it's still not mine. And if anybody's ever read the Scopely Terms of Service, Section 3 says that everything in this game, whether it's my name, Rev Deuce, whether it's the ships that I have, I don't own any of it. So if you spent money to rent. And there's not necessarily a problem with that. I just think people need to be cognizant of the fact that that's how it is. That you don't own anything in game. Your chats, your ships, your resources, even if you spent money on them, they're not yours. So you just have to be aware of that, and that's something that you sign up for when you click that little "I agree to the terms of service" button. See, GT says you should not accept resources. See, I disagree because here's what here's what my week consists of to make content. I spend 10 to 16 hours a week to make the videos, do the live streams, do the podcast, and I would say 70 to 80% of my game is more doing video editing and community work. So I rarely actually get to play. You know, today where I rated is the first time that I've gotten several million in resources and rated in months. Actually, the last time I've gotten that much in a single day is the video you saw me do rating a rogue base for 30 million like 2 months ago. So, you know, it's just one of those things where for me to be able to create content, I have to be able to get stuff in the game. And if I can't play the game, then I can't grow in the game. And it's just, sure, am I progressing faster than some people? Yeah, the same way that people who spend $50,000 are progressing faster than people. I mean, that's just the nature of the game. There's always going to be, in today's gaming world, microtransaction setups and people who find a way to take advantage of that. And I decided that I wanted to be able to progress. I wanted to grow the community. I wanted to be a voice for the community, but I also wanted to be able to get more stuff in game without spending thousands of dollars. But I mean, I don't think there's a wrong answer too. Like if you are out there and like if no one here who, if you don't know who's talking with me, he's another content creator, one of the newer ones we have working on getting into the program. If he decides that he doesn't want to do that, that's cool. I mean, there's content creators out there who said we don't want to be part of the program. They don't. I'm okay with that.
I'll accept anything now.
Yeah. So I mean, it's cool. I don't care either way. But for me, the only way for me to be able to make videos and the only way for me to be able to say, hey, here's the new ships coming out. There's the only way for me to say, hey, here's the new officers coming out, is if they give them to me. Because I don't have time to sit here and grind for them. I just don't. And I honestly don't want to. I don't want to sit here. If I didn't make the YouTube videos, I wouldn't mind the grind. But this game is too grindy to do both, if that makes sense. I miss my North Star.
Oh, yours is only 201?
Yeah, I haven't ever tiered it up because I got the Kumari and then I got the D3 and it just kind of got put on the back burner. But honestly, I want to start using it more because it's so much cheaper to repair than everything else I have.
I use the mine's pretty much maxed out right now. I maxed everything but the experience out at the last level, and I only used it to get the 40 space and explore.
Yeah, I mean, mine is tier 7.5. So I am at warp 32. I haven't even.
I think tier 8's the max.
Yeah, it is. So I haven't even gotten to that point where I could do that. And now my warp 40 ship has become my legionary and my D3.
Yeah, my only ship that can make it there is my my Saladin.
Yeah. So I mean, and when I got my Kumari, that immediately replaced the North Star as a base cracker. And I will use the North Star in certain situations simply because it's cheaper to use. But another thing is I've got the North Star at 196K. Let's swap it out real quick. You know what is the exact same as a North Star, except that it actually has cargo? The Horizon. It's literally a North Star with cargo. I can go one-shot this base. I can go one-shot a base with a ship the exact... Oh, somebody's coming. Who's coming? Oh, a level 26 is coming to attack my base. Let's switch out the borders real quick. Oh, they called it off. We just got people massing up at the base. So, yeah, I mean, it's just... The North Star is still a really good ship, but when you get the Horizon, if you're using the North Star for base cracking, the Horizon takes that place. If you're using...
it depends on your target, though.
Yeah, I mean, the North Star is still the best G3 miner. So, like, right now that we're in a state of war, the North Star would be the best thing for me to use to try to hit my dailies because I can mine G3 ore and crystal and everything else the fastest because of its perk.
I'm hearing if you use a Romulan, since they have the most health stats, you can put out 19K an hour with it, but it won't tell you exactly because the thing's messed up.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I think mine's not that high, but it's quite a bit. It's definitely over 10K. So, but for that bonus, for those who don't know, it's this one up here at the top, the ship ability. So the mining rate of gas, ore, and crystal is increased by 0.1% of the officer's health, and this actually increases by the level of your North Star. So that's at tier 1. My tier 7 North Star is 0.7%. So 0.7% increase for total health. And that might not sound like a lot, but as you see with the example here, if you have 1,000 health at 0.2%, that would give you a mining bonus of 200%. So my 0.7 gives me a mining bonus of 700% if the total health equals 1,000. So that's a massive
1%.
Yeah, so that is a massive bonus. So that's 1,000% increase if you have 1,000. That's a huge bonus to your. I mean, you're talking about be able to finish your dailies in an hour or two. All your dailies. If you're dual factioning, you're finishing them quickly. If you're sitting there monitoring your North Star, so it definitely does still have value. There's level 30s who are still using their North Star. See, I've got messages. I wonder who they're from.
Barney.
It was from Claws. Yeah, I just hope Claws doesn't find my base for killing this miner.
No, I just got clarification on the mining bonus. If you have the right crew, it's 17.5k per hour.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And that's also with a max out North Star and high level officers. But that's
I'm getting that from a higher level guy. He's watching your thing and telling me.
I think 10k is right around what mine is, depending on the setup, which is still really, really good. I mean, you can't really shake a stick at getting anything at 10,000. I barely get tritanium at that level.
My Horizons does like 6.3 right now at tier 5.
Mm-hmm. Which I think mine is 7,800 with the right officer setup on my Horizon.
Yeah, I need to level mine up, but it's either level the Horizon or level their Saladin. That's a hard call right there.
Honestly, as much as I am on the whole pirate kick, I would level the Horizon before the Saladin because that's what you're going to use the most. You're going to use it whether it's raiding, whether it's mining. You're going to use the Horizon more than you are the Saladin. Saladin's cooler. Saladin's a lot more fun, but it's not as practical.
True.
Not to mention your Saladin is going to be in mothballs in a few levels and your Horizon is not.
I actually use my Saladin quite often.
Well, I guess the Saladin is a bad example because it's probably the most overpowered ship in the game. But in general, you always have that attack ship that goes to the back burner, but it's like the Envoy. You use the Envoy for like 10 levels, but you get rid of your Tala and your Turris and your Fendra and your Kira while you're still using an Envoy. The miners always last the longest in this game.
Yeah, I'm working on my level 31 now, or my faction miner right now. I got a while to go.
Hugo does make a good point about buying G3 commons, and I found this out because I've had to buy commons. Now, I would have the uncommon for something, but I wouldn't have the commons because it starts requiring like crazy amounts of commons for certain things. That if you buy less than 100 common, the Latinum price is ridiculous. You need to wait or pick whichever option is the highest, like if you're doing a ship upgrade, and that's how you get the best transaction for your commons. For whatever reason, the lower the amount, the worse the transaction rate is, which is just so stupid to me. All right. Now that we've kind of done some tag hunting, I'm just going to look around for some bases to get some easy cracks in. Oh, there's an ally. I wish I could drain him. Ooh, level 21. Oh, I can one-shot this baby. All right. So we're going to swap this for our Horizon. Let's get Ston in there. And away we go. We're going to go one-shot a base in 1 minute, 27 seconds. What crew do I run on my Horizon? It actually varies. So because there's one ship in this dock, I'm going to run the Morale crew. I'm going to run Kirk and Spock. If it was an empty base, I use the Augment crew with Ston. Now, I don't have Khan or anything yet. I don't have Harrison. So for me, the Morale crew, if there's a ship, just so I get as much shield as possible during that battle. And then if there's no ships at all, I use the Augment of it's Otto and what's that girl's name? Rita? Is it Rita? I'm blanking on her name.
I don't know. I wasn't even
Let's see. I'm looking it up now. Mostly talking to myself. Katie Katie and Auto are the two that I ought to use paired with Ston to get maximum cargo. Because right now my cargo is 536,000. So that I'm gonna one shot most things.
Wait, Katie does? Wait, what am I missing?
Katie and Auto are the ones that give you the bonus against a base's turrets and stuff.
Oh yeah, I thought you were talking about cargo capacity. I'm like, wait a minute.
No, and I do not have Joaquin yet. So that's another one of the augments I'm missing. That's like I said, man, I don't have time to grind for these officers like I want to. That is in the works, though. There are actually new officers coming out, too.
Yay.
Is this a Fendra or a Kira? What is it?
I just want Marcus, and I'll be happy.
It's a Kira with Nero. I might not win this. Let's see. It's going to be close. Awesome. I won. Yay. Barely. Oh, my goodness, barely. 256.
Oh, I sent my Horizon out without Ston on it.
I was worried about that Kira. I managed to get 121,000 tritanium, and I'm going to use half that to repair the Horizon. Oh, man. All right, so took out this Kira. That's why I was worried about it being a Kira, man. All right.
Oh, wait. I didn't even see you break that with it.
Yeah, looking through the log now. I got really lucky that he didn't hit almost any criticals. He only got a couple criticals. There's a couple here later in the match. Oh, now he's starting to get some. Woo. Yeah, man, it cut it close. If he would have got maybe one more critical. Ooh, and then I hit a critical at the very end to destroy the last. Man. But see, that's why I used the morale crew on that one, because there was a ship there. Wasn't even necessarily worth it, but we did it anyway. I'm going to have to speed up repair this thing. It is at like 3% health.
Barely survived it.
Yeah. But if I would have had, odds are if I would have had the base rating crew from the augments in there, I probably would have died because I would have ran out of shield strength too fast. I'm running Kirk, Spock, and Ston, so that I had the extra cargo capacity there.
You might want to, for underside stuff like that, you might want to add like, oh, never mind. That goes back to my video. It didn't work, but more officers to do more for defense.
Nice. You want to give me a tactic that doesn't work? That's very helpful.
But no, you want to add more defensive officers on the bottom end.
Yeah.
So
generally, I do, like I keep mining officers at the bottom. Though, fun fact, Borat, however you pronounce his name, I don't know if you ever looked, he's actually an attacking mining officer. His stat is attacks. So a lot of people just throw the miners in there assuming they're all defense. He actually is. I've got mine up here. So 400 and who's attacking me now? Hunter of Titans. Now I can defeat him. He's coming in 30 seconds. But yeah, 450 attack. And then you see like Ston is 180 defense, 316 health, and then T'Pring, his wife. Is he really going? Where is he at? Is he really going to hit me? I don't even see him. Where is he at? Is the game not loading? This game
pops out of nowhere.
It says he's attacking in 0 seconds, and there's nothing on the screen. So
he might be having that warp bug where he says he's like right there, but he's far off.
Ah, that is true.
Where it looks, oh, never mind. Where it just looks like your ship's like going back and forth on a base very rapidly.
All right, so to answer a couple questions here. Are the hijacked ships worth it? Well, worth is really relative. I'll say this. There are some people who want them simply because they look amazing. And from that standpoint, yes, they look amazing. From are they worth spending money on?
No.
What I'll say is you can now get the same Legionary D3 Mayflower without spending money. And the hijack versions currently are more expensive to upgrade because they cost plutonium. So the issue that you're going to run into is if you want the hijack versions, you're not going to be able to max that bird out until level 30 because you need rare plutonium starting in tier 5. That to me takes away all the value. Do I still think that they look amazing? Yes. Do I still think that they were great ships? Yes, because the Legionary, the D3 are great ships. Unless you just want a pretty skin, and it is a gorgeous skin, it's not worth buying. Is it worth grinding for through the freeway? Sure.
Yeah.
If you're grinding for it, go for it. Unless you just want to have the best skin, arguably the best skin ship in the game, in my opinion, no, it's not worth buying.
I don't know. For me, I don't have dual faction, so I not buy it, but I'd earn it. I grind for it.
I mean, but there's also people, I'll say this, that, they'll spend $1,000 a month on crew packs. I mean, so them spending $200 for a ship is not that big of a deal.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, let me turn your mic up. I didn't realize it was low this whole time.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's what they said. I didn't realize it was low this whole time. Yeah, I mean, from a ship standpoint, the Hijack D3 is just as strong as the regular D3. That's a good ship. Legionary is just as strong. It's a good ship. Is it worth $200? That's kind of up to you guys and gals up there if you want to spend the money. I'm simply here to tell you what is involved in that process. I'm not here to tell you how to spend your money. Spend your money however you want to spend it. Just know what you're getting. But as soon as they put them in the augment store, this will be a moot topic because everybody can just grind for them then. Because I'm also one of those people, I want to collect the skins, like the ships. I want to have them just to have them. That might be weird. Not everybody might be like that, but I'm like a ship collector. I want to be able to go in and look at my ships and say, hey, I've got this, I've got this, I've got this, I've got this. And be like, I've got all these pretty babies just to have them. Like, do you have a guy on your server? Because we have one. He's got all 4 Federation ships, and he'll just fly them out and park them next to each other.
We have them, but he does not park them.
Well, we've got a guy, and he will... Let me turn sounds off. He will take the Enterprise, the Intrepid, the Mayflower, and the Saladin and just park them all in a row in a system. Just show them off. It's like walking around a museum piece.
We had a guy when he first got his Enterprise, he just blew everybody up.
Yeah, well, that happens to me too. But I don't like the blow up part. I don't like being blown up.
No one does.
What was I talking about? Somebody asked me what my resources rated were. So it's funny. We were actually talking about this for other servers as a comparison. So like my power destroyed, wow, there must be some big battles going on because I have actually gone up tonight and I've fallen to rank 41. So we've got to fix that. But my resources rated, I am at 104 million, which puts me at 164 on my server. Most servers I've seen, 104 million resources rated would put me well within the top 100 of almost every other server. So we have got, I think, 12 players, 11 players. 13 players now that have 1 billion resources rated or more. Our server is an extremely active, very, very heavy raid server. I mean, everybody's active. Which sadly is not the case for every server on this game.
I run into way too many dead bases.
And see, I really and thanks, Yaz, I'm glad you enjoy the videos. I really only find those dead bases and stuff if I go like out here to like the level 9s and 10s and 11 systems. Even like Lycia and, Labak and Vindy Matrix are still active, which is really weird. Like, this level 16 system has got the red ring of fight going on right now. And for a lot of servers, it's all just become faction space. People aren't really living out here anymore. So I guess it's cool to still have some activity. Hey, here's a random level 22 that's active that has no alliance. That's also kind of weird to see.
Maybe you dropped one recently.
That's more than like, ooh, level 24, got some loot in it. What's this level 22 base got in it? Yep, I am on server 20.
Too bad we weren't on the same server.
Yeah. Server mergers are one of the many things that have been talked about and hopefully is coming soon.
Or Lee just says, like cross-server instances.
Hold on, I'm going to show. So for those who don't know how to find your server, if you have one ship repairing, this is the easiest way. So have one ship repairing, try to repair a second. And what that's going to do is bring up an error screen. Let me turn off my, whatchamacall where's it at? Bam. Turn this off and turn this one off. So you see the top right of the screen where it says https://live20web.StarTrek. So that little string, which is your URL for your server, that gives you your server number. So if you got one ship repairing, try to repair a second. You'll get this error screen. And at the top right, you'll be able to see what your server number is. I am on server 20. And there's your handy dandy tip for the day. GT says he's on server 190. I don't know if I've actually met anybody from the 200 servers. There's a couple of 200 servers.
You must have started pretty recently then.
Yeah. Yeah, it says, so if a ship says maxed out on upgrades and level, how do you advance that ship? Technically, you don't advance that ship anymore. You can make the officers better, but I'm assuming you're a lower level player with like a Turris or a Tala, or odds are probably like an Orion Corvette or something. You're simply going to get new ships here pretty soon. You get new ships. I think your next new ship is at level 10, level 11 when you get the Fendra, something like that. So once those ships get maxed out, those early ships max out at like tier 4 or something. And then as you get deeper into the game, the ships take longer and longer to tier up. So once you max out a ship, odds are you've got a new one coming around, right around the corner. Kyle says that server 28 has even more resources rated, which is actually pretty nice. Let me tell you what, Kyle. Look at the Alliance list of resources rated and let me know how that compares. So, like, the top 3 alliances have a combined 27 million in resources rated. How does that compare to your server? I'm really interested to know. Let's see if we got a new war yet. Nope, still the same 3 people we're at war with. Go ahead and do my repairs. Guys, just to let you know, I will be 27 billion combined as the top 3 servers. Or top 3
mine's
alliances.
13 billion.
So, I mean, 27 billion is pretty high. I mean, I think there's a couple of servers out there that have a little bit more, but 27 billion combined is pretty nutso. I just want to make sure. I'm looking on my YouTube just to make sure you can see it. Yeah, y'all can see it. It's usually really, really high, crazy numbers. And then my alliance is number 2, and we're number 2, trailing by 3 billion. I mean, I don't think my 100 million is anything to scoff at, and it's ranked 164. So I'm not even the top 100. And the top 100 starts at 170 million. With 13 people that have a billion already. 180 million. Lee actually went up 10 million.
Let me go to your 40s. I want to see that.
So like with the rank 40s for resources rated?
Yeah.
All right. So our 40s are 393 down to 359.
I'd be around there then.
Yeah. And as you can imagine, the top 3 players, top 4, top 5 players are all really big spenders. So Lee says that server 30 is a peaceful server that the top alliance rated is just over 1 billion. God, that sounds like a pacifist server, man. What are y'all doing over there? Just hanging out eating cookies together? Singing Kumbaya?
Tea parties?
That is nutso. Kyle says that he's got over 500 million rated, but he's also been rated for 400 million because his phone broke. Rip. Big rip.
Yeah.
Krista has got her jellyfish and her North Star parked outside the base now. Level 14. And there are 2 level 25 Fortunates just hanging out. Let's see. What's this level 20 base? Is there anything in it? Ooh, this base has been sitting here the whole time. Holy crap. Yeah, I'll take 400,000 titanium.
Right under your nose.
Yeah, literally right next to my base. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Sconti1225. You will be remembered. How much of that did I get? Because I got a full cargo load and I had to go home. Oh, man. So there's another hit there because I only got 200,000 try. I mean, I'm very happy to have gotten 200,000 try.
And maybe he's not home and you might get lucky.
10 minutes, baby. We're going to wait. Yeah, I can't believe I was just sitting here. 400,000 titanium in a level 20 base with only one ship home. You think that would get hit like immediately? Here's one of my buddies. So I'm not going to rate him, but I'm just going to start looking at this system now. What else? What other goodies are just sitting under my nose? Oh, here's Theory's base. He's level 35. I can't touch him, but I bet he's loaded. Let's see what he's got. Oh, here you go. He's got 1 billion titanium, 140 million dilithium.
Just?
Yeah, just 1 billion. I should message him like, hey, can you empty your ships and just let me crack it and get 100 million try? Please.
Can we call this a loan?
Yeah. This base right here, this level 32 from Rogue, this is the one that got drained yesterday that he currently has 500,000 titanium and 6 million steel. Yesterday he had almost 700 million steel, had I think 75 million titanium and like 40 million dilithium.
Jeez.
And now he's got nothing. He a broke boy. Broke boy probably never playing again because that's the kind of amount you lose where you just say, screw this game, I'm done.
Yeah. I almost quit after I lost 2 million when I was like level 15. I was just like, nope, we can't do it. But
yeah, level 16 was the first time I got raided. I lost 4 billion in resources, and I was just so mad.
I was devastated. I'm like, I did so many hostile captain missions to get this.
Yeah, so, and then you get up to this level. I mean, you can raid 4 million in like an hour if you're bored. Just go around and raid it. So I found a level 21 base that has 300,000 try. We're going to kill it with the Horizon and hope he's not home. Oh, I'm sorry, not the Horizon. We're going to use our Legionary. All right. Let's check out that battle log. Captain Terminator. Well, Captain Terminator just got reggedy wrecked. And I got 30,000 try out of it, and it only lasted 6 rounds. So, I mean, he got wrecked fast. So, platforms go first round. So, immediately took out the tourist in round 1. Got a nice critical. Round 2, took out the Tala. Round 3, that big gun fire. Did the big gun fire? Where's the big gun? There it is. I don't know if you don't have a Legionary, right?
No, you asked that already.
All right. Sorry. So the Legionary has 3 weapons. It's got 2 normal weapons and then has this really big weapon that fires once every 3 rounds. And if it hits a critical, you're talking about it hitting 100, 150k crits pretty easily. It's I wish it did a little bit more comparable to some of the other like tier 3 faction ships that have that big third weapon. But man, it's really useful when you're hitting the base because if you time it right, you'll use that third weapon against like the A platform and it'll rock through all the shields and everything in one hit instead of you taking 3 or 4 hits.
Yeah. It's like if you have Harrison on the Sally, the first shit usually devastates the ship.
Jazz says, if a player were to spend money to advance, what's the most efficient way to do this? Depending on your level, here's what I would say do. Don't spend until you have to spend certain amounts to start seeing packs. That's just a stupid way things are designed. But I would say first thing that you should buy is probably a Peace Shield pack, and that should open up some other packs. But as you level, I would say I think it's around level 18. You really don't want to spend until you can buy one of 2 things. One of 2 options becomes available. You can buy a North Star, which is usually about $20, or you can buy a monthly pack. And especially starting at like that level 18, the monthly pack gives you a lot immediately and then lets you turn in tokens every day. Those 2 packs have the most value of basically any pack that comes out. The North Star has value because you can use that ship for, 10 levels, easy. So it's very
I'm still
valuable.
using it.
Yeah, I mean, you can use even more than that if you really love it. And then the daily packs are good until about level 24 because they give you 1,000,000 steel every day. They give you 200,000 titanium every day if you get the elite one. And even if you only get the choice one, which is half the cost, you're still getting, I think, 50,000 titanium a day. So it's a good daily payout. Plus, it gives you platinum, it gives you speed ups, it gives you uncommon. So those 2 packs have the most value. Prime packs are good, but the prime packs, if you're patient, you can get those naturally through the game. So let me pull up my research tab and show you while we wait for those bases shields to go down. So if we come in here and we look at the primes, let's see if it still shows me cost. So the prime damage, I think, is like 20,000 dilithium. You can save up that much dilithium as soon as you start rating at level 16. So there's no point in buying this pack because I think this pack costs like $10.
Yeah, the prime hulls and shields. You can
prime hulls and shields you can get at like level 21, 22.
You're better off waiting though when you can actually get the G3s. It'd be much cheaper in the long run.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So prime hulls, prime shields, you can grind for these in the low 20s. I will say this, like level 17, 18, 19, prime hull and prime shields give you a massive boost. You will be the strongest Tala and Fendra and Turris in the game. But honestly, it's not the biggest change of things for later in the game, so I would grind for these. Now, if you get way down the list and like prime defenses, prime piercing, I don't even have these because they cost 4 stars. So the primes are good. You will definitely notice an advantage with the primes, but I wouldn't say they're necessarily worth spending money on. If you're willing to spend money, they're worth it. If you're one of those people that says, well, I'm going to spend $100 max on this game, they're not worth it. If you're somebody that says I'm going to spend $1,000, yeah, definitely get the primes and pay for them.
I have prime piercing and defense. I spent the money on them.
Yeah, so I mean, and those are the last primes, and they cost $100. And I mean, they're good. They definitely help, especially if you prefer to use, especially these two, so the damage mitigation and damage penetration, depending on what you like to use. The penetration obviously helping out the interceptors the most for that prime piercing. But even then, if you're a guy that plays explorers, that's not really super beneficial to you. Prime repair does work, and it is extremely helpful. I don't have it.
I need it.
I need it too. Maybe that's what I'll ask Scopely to give me for my birthday. But yeah, I don't have it, and I'll probably what I usually do is I save up like at work we can turn in like bonus things that we do for Google Play cards. So like all my game purchases that I've personally made have been with Google Play cards from work. So that would be the next thing I bought would be my repair speed one, and it's $100. And it annoys the fire out of me that it gives me 2-star uncommon crystals. Why do I need 2-star uncommons?
Just because.
But yeah, if you're spending, like I would say, if you said that you wanted to spend $120 and be done, buy the North Star and buy a monthly pack. That would be the best way to spend your money.
Yeah, the $100 monthly packs could be your best bang for your buck, generally.
Yeah. I mean, I know level 30s who still buy that pack because it gives them that million steel. So
I like the platinum and the repair speed ups and the stuff like that.
Yeah. Let's see. Has that shield gone down yet? What's our timer at? 2 more minutes. Smaller purchases can be useful, yes. So the North Star rolls around. So there's an event for the North Star about once a month, and that is worth buying. The jellyfish comes around. I personally, even though I have the jellyfish, and one of the viewers out there bought me the jellyfish, I wouldn't spend the money on it. I would say it's not necessarily worth it. It's not a bad ship by any means, but the value of the jellyfish goes away at like level 21, 22. So it doesn't last very long. Cool to have. It's annoying early on because you're extremely overpowered if you have a jellyfish at like level 14 and 15. But I don't think it's necessarily worth spending some cash on. This is the jellyfish here in the background if you don't know what it looks like. How about the Botany Bay upgrade? Another thing that I would say not worth it personally. And I actually had that pack available, so I'll pull up the pack and talk about it. And Scope is going to hate that I'm telling you guys not to buy packs. But there's just some I think have value and some I don't. I mean, so this one, the Botany Bay upgrade pack, the reason I say it's a big no is because it only gives you uncommon plutonium, something that you can grind out every single day already. And if it gave you rare plutonium to take that Botany Bay to a higher level, then I would say it's worth it, because currently the only way to get rare plutonium is you get, I think, 10 from a mission, an augment mission that you need like a 250,000 ship to complete anyway. And then you need to be level 30. So until they start offering rare plutonium in this pack, it's not worth it to me, because I can grind out for all that stuff pretty easily. That's only like a week's worth of plutonium grinding. Yeah, the worst pack is definitely the Vault of Latinum pack. $100 gets you 2,000 Latinum and 200,000 steel. And the worst thing of all is it says best value at the top. It's like the biggest kick in the pants.
I love that one. It's like a joke pack.
Next question is there a pack to get purple officers? No. How the officers packs work is, like, say you pick on the Federation pack, it's going to give you Ultra Recruit tokens, which will give you purple officer shards, but it's unlikely to give you a complete officer in one pool. It is possible to get a complete officer in one pool, but it's very rare. Especially now that they've added so many purple officers to the system, which is a good and bad thing. It's a great thing because it adds variety. So like if I go in here and do the Ultra Recruit, you have all these new ones now, like Mitchell and Kang and Marcus and Carol. It's great to have that variety. The one drawback though now is because there's so many more options, you're now going to be pulling for things a lot longer to get what you're wanting.
That depends on if they're the rate they drop at per character. They might have a better rate for certain ones.
Well, they just listed as a 50-50 and they do not separate. You do have a 5% chance to get a complete pull, which I've never gotten. But it doesn't, at least I don't have anything listed for rates for individual cards. And when I did do the Ultra Recruit, like when this first came out, I got everything.
All right, dude, I'm going to step out for a minute because I have a raid I'm on.
Yeah, no problem. Jack says, what about the Enterprise? Is it purchasable? No. So the Enterprise is not available till level 34, all the way down here. So you see it's level locked at level 34. And just to give you an idea of how much you'd have to spend, like let's say you're sitting in my comment section right now and you want the Enterprise. For you to spend enough to get to this point, I'm just going to throw a number at you. 40 grand, 30 grand, tens of thousands. There's people who have spent tens of thousands to get here. So, a lot of money. A lot of money. And then you can't even buy it. You still got to grind for it. So, short answer, no, you can't buy the Enterprise. Long answer, it's going to take you a long time to get to the Enterprise. Walzo says he got a Nero complete pull. I'm jealous of everybody who got complete pulls. Like, I hate y'all. I'm happy for you. I hate that y'all got complete pulls because I have never gotten a complete pull ever. I get the 1s and 2s, and that's it. Man, I can pull 10 pulls and might get 3 of a single card. I don't know if I'm just unlucky or what it is. All right. We got a couple of raids here, and then I've actually been streaming for a couple of hours, so I'm actually going to wrap this up because it is 10 o'clock at night here. But it has been really fun to hang out with all of y'all. Yeah, I can't even imagine what the Enterprise upgrades cost. I'm sure it's ridiculous. I mean, I can show you all my D3 upgrades. 34 million tritanium. That's insane. 20 million for the engine. That's just a single part costs 34 million. That's nuts though. I have 1/10 the amount of tritanium I need right now to upgrade a single part. Oh, Abdullah, I definitely recommend waiting to do the double drops for one epic character. I just simply got really impatient because I wanted the new shards and I just wanted to have them right then. I'm really bad about being impatient. It's a flaw for me, man. I don't know what else to say. It's a problem I have. But hopefully everybody out there could be more patient than I am. Let's see how much titanium we got. We got 161,000 from that hit. And this hit, we got 231,000. So some good pulls, man. We got 400,000 titanium just sitting here in the system that I was skipping over this whole time. I'm glad we paid attention and came back to that. Ooh. Ooh, we can pump and dump this baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I have farmed Carol for 2 months so far. That's what all my stuff has gone to, is to Carol. All right. I'm starting to run low on speed ups, but we're going to pump and dump this one. So we're going to hit this thing one time and get a load, and hopefully he's offline because he has no ships in, and I can squeak into his base at 354K. I can squeak in. But I'll get 536. Ah, dang it, he's shielded. Somebody told him. Who snitched? Who out there snitched? I hate you. Kyle says, make a video about how to do one-shot sometimes. Well, first, thanks for supporting the show. Thanks for supporting the stream. Yeah, definitely. You know, I've done a couple of one-shots, but it's been a while since I've done a raid video, like a how-to one-shot. And the rates, I think, is something that a lot of people haven't really nailed down. And the numbers that I've kind of come up to give you guys a rough estimate is your battle strength here. An empty base, you can kill an empty base right around double your battle strength. And you can raid a base right around 1/10 to 1/15 of your battle strength if it's already cracked. So that's the base of it. I will eventually do another video for that. And that's a great idea. Thanks for suggesting it, Kyle. But that gives you like in your head, a rough estimate to go on. So double your battle strength is what you can crack. 1/10 to 1/15 is what you can raid. Typically, I would say stick to about the 1/20th. But Kyle says always double your power minus 1/8 if not cracked. That's also a decent way to look at it too. There's not an exact science because it does depend on what officers that you're running. So my 196 is different than maybe Kyle's 196. But that does give you kind of an idea of what you're looking for in terms of cracking bases and levels to go for. And that's something that I can go over in a video because it also depends on what type of ship you're hitting with. Like if you're hitting with a Horizon, you have to remember that the Horizon only has one weapon. So that means it's going to take a minimum of generally 6 rounds. Minimum. And that's if you're one-shotting everything. So let me actually, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's pull up a battle log. Let's do a brief talk about this right now. So the first time I hit this, that was with a a Legionary. You saw it win 6 rounds, but the Legionary has 3 weapons. 2 weapons that attack every round and 1 weapon that attacks every other round. And that took it 6 rounds because 1 weapon hit is going to kill a shield, then 1 weapon hit kills a hull. So if you've got 3 turrets in a base, then you're going to need a minimum of 6 hits. So if you're a Horizon with only 1 weapon, that means it takes you a minimum of 6 rounds to beat a base that has 3 platforms in it. If you are hitting a level 28 base that has 4 platforms, then obviously it's going to take you a minimum of 8 rounds. So every time that happens, though, here's another fact that some of you might not know. Let's look at a battle log. Every single time a platform, let's look at a healthy base. I'm sorry. Let me scroll back. A healthy base. So a healthy base is going to fire 3 times per platform every round. So if there's 3 platforms, it's going to hit you 9 times. So you see 3 and then 6. Then we go to another round. Oh, I'm sorry. Round 2. I'm sorry. I was counting the towels and the fenders. So you're going to hit 3 per. So you see, here's your other. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There should have been. Why is there so many? What am I missing here? Whoa, hold on. What's going on? Platform ABC, ABC. So there's 2 for each, 3 for each, 4 for each. 4 for each? Whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on here? Did they change this or am I going crazy? I could have sworn it was 3 per. Is it 4 now? Did things change? Somebody please tell me I'm not going crazy. 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay. So they fire 4 terms. Level 20 is fired. Yes. Thank you, Hugo. Thank you for reminding me of that. Thank you. So yes, level 20, you will fire 4 terms a round. Gosh, you say it's been a while since I've pulled this up. Level 19 fires 3, then it moves up to 4 times per round. So, regardless, you still are going to need 6 rounds minimum to crack an empty base. And then you're getting hit, as you see, 12 times per. So you're going to need a lot of health and a lot of shield to make up for that. So officers play a big part in it. Man, it tells you how long it's been since I made the videos of raiding, because I completely forgot that it moves up to 4 at level 20. You can tell I'm just used to just going in and flying on and banging them away. But yeah, Gib, thanks for stopping on by. Appreciate it. Platforms are going to fire first. That is true. I just completely blanked that it changes and goes up another round. Nice. That's when we have Hugo around. Hugo reminds us of all the important things and all the important analytics of this game. Go ahead and hit the repair button. But everybody, like I said, I will make a video. That might be something I'll work on tomorrow and put out a video by y'all's request. I appreciate everybody hanging out. It's been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed this a great deal. 2-hour stream, not something I usually do. But y'all are amazing. Live long and prosper. We will see y'all upcoming. At what level does it go up to 5? I don't fire 5 yet, so I don't believe it does at level 28. Hugo, that's a question for you, buddy. But I will go back through my notes, and I will definitely get with Hugo again just to verify I've got all the right content. And we'll put out a video here probably this weekend about cracking bases, especially soloing bases, hitting them with ships and hitting them without ships, and explaining the tactics of doing so. And this will be a refresher for me because, like I said, it's been a while since I did that video. Y'all are amazing. I love y'all. Live long and prosper. Stay safe out there, Space Cowboys. And make sure y'all like, subscribe, and follow if you're not already. And join the Discord. It's in the link to the description of this video.